We began with our instructional leadership team, consisting of highly dedicated and passionate educators. Our team consists of grade level leaders, department chairs, principals, assistant principals, and other district leaders. Our first challenge was to come to a common consensus on the what, why, and how to accomplish our goals. We first set out to establish a clear vision for our work. We knew that we wanted to change and lift our curriculum. We agreed on several priorities for our work. We knew we needed a standards-based curriculum, a changed mindset. The curriculum needs to be a living document that is always evolving. We knew we needed to empower our teachers and build capacity. We needed systems thinking to determine how to move the initiative forward. We needed assessment literacy, a deeper understanding of how to develop and use common formative assessments. We needed accountability for curriculum work, specifically for our work throughout the summer. Prior to the start of this work, we had what I call curriculum chaos. This may or may not sound familiar to you, but what we had and still somewhat have are binders collecting dust on shelves in teachers' rooms, and some electronic lessons and units stored on an overloaded common shared drive. What we did not have is an organized process for curriculum development. We use the district's core set of values for collaboration to guide our work. It is our belief that the following concepts lead to effective collaborative work. First, we must have a shared decision-making process. We must be transparent in our work. We must utilize a powerful model for teacher leadership. And finally, we must have a vision for our work and allow our instructional leadership team to steward that vision. Because collaboration is at the forefront of our district's value system, we first and foremost focused on establishing an effective collaboration process. As a leader of this initiative, I recognized the diversity of the constituents on our team. Although we are all committed educators and all agree that enhancing student learning is the desired result, we differed in our thinking when asked, how do we get there? This was not so easily agreed upon. That is why an effective collaborative process was necessary. I felt, as a leader, it was my role to structure highly effective collaboration. Therefore, I utilized an adaptive schools model to allow our team to learn collaborative skills. This model recognizes 3 important processes in collaboration. First is dialogue. This is when our team set out to acquire knowledge and understanding of curriculum design. Second is discussion. During discussion, decisions can be made. We also used the 7 norms of collaboration to establish a positive and conducive climate for our work. After establishing a collaborative mindset, we outlined our working agreements. These working agreements help us to have efficient meetings. We began studying the topic of curriculum and assessment design. We studied several models and reviewed current research. Some of the experts we referred to include Ainsworth, McTighe, and Wiggins, Dauberton, and Carol Ann Tomlinson. After carefully studying the topic, we used an adaptive schools protocol called Focusing 4. As stated before, our instructional leadership team is an eclectic but highly knowledgeable group, and although our team members are all passionate and dedicated professionals, we all bring different experiences to the table. And while I know that this serves to strengthen a team, it also brings a set of challenges when attempting to make shared decisions. Focusing 4 provided an opportunity for all constituents to have a voice in the decision-making process. It is a powerful strategy that builds true collaboration of the decision-making process. Focusing 4 requires a facilitator and a scribe. The group first brainstorms all ideas around an essential question. Our essential question was, to enhance student learning, what do we believe curriculum should have? First, we began to brainstorm. We recorded brainstormed ideas on chart paper. In this stage, there are no questions or judgments allowed. It is a pure sense of brainstorming. We identified in our group 20 ideas. The next stage is to clarify. The facilitator asks if any items should be clarified. The author of the idea provides clarification to the group. The facilitator observes the questioner during the clarification and stops the clarification when the questioner indicates non-verbally or verbally that he or she now understands. Next is advocacy. This is when the group is provided the opportunity to advocate for what they believe is a priority among the 20 brainstormed ideas. Statements of advocacy must be phrased in a positive yet brief manner. Finally, we canvass. This is when we ask individuals in the group to identify which few ideas they feel are most important. To determine what a few is, we use a formula, 1/3 plus 1. If there are 20 items on the list, we ask the group to identify 7 that they feel are the most important to them. This is accomplished through a vote. The ideas that have the most votes stand out to the group as the important concepts and beliefs of the team. Our instructional leadership team chose the following 7 non-negotiables. 1. Curriculum starts with assessment. What is the end in mind? Curriculum should be standards aligned while being rigorous and relevant to our children. Curriculum should have clear horizontal and vertical alignment. Curriculum should embed 21st century learning skills. Curriculum should honor all disciplines. Curriculum should be accessible and flexible. And finally, data analysis should inform instruction. We then moved into the next phase of our process, using the group's non-negotiables to develop a shared vision. Our vision for the work of our instructional leadership team and our curriculum initiative is to design curriculum that intentionally aligns standards, summative, informative assessments, engages students in relevant and rigorous learning experiences, links instruction that offers varied learning strategies, and ultimately higher order thinking. With that being said, we began the work of designing the unit plan templates. Our unit plan template begins with standards and an overview. The standards are then unwrapped into learning targets. Because we agreed that curriculum should be rigorous and relevant, it is indicated in the overview that every unit should have a compelling angle. We were also vigilant in honoring not only content area standards, but the literacy standards for history, social studies, science, and the technical subject. After careful consideration, of the standards and thinking around a compelling approach, the next step is to begin writing assessments. This is a critical moment that represents a huge change for us. Typically, teachers in the past would move forward through the template after merely sketching an idea about how to assess. But because we all agreed on the importance of a UBD design, starting with the end in mind, we are now asking teachers to identify standards, develop the big ideas and essential questions, and then actually complete the writing of the assessments that are aligned to the unit. This not only means that we force our thinking to be outcome-based, but we will also establish common summative and formative assessments across disciplines. After creating that roadmap, our template asks teachers to consider both Tier 2 and 3 words that will be taught across the unit. We also ask that teachers consider the text set that will be utilized across the learning within a unit, which can consist of charts, graphs, articles, excerpts, illustrations. There really is a plethora of possibilities. In our template, we suggest that teachers consider varying complexities of text, and we offer the published text complexity rubrics as a resource for teachers to make those decisions. In this part of the template, we also would like teachers to consider research-based strategies and protocols that will assist in scaffolding for student success. Finally, after the unit design was drafted, we organized a feedback loop. In regards to our template, before any official adaptation, with the understanding that it is flexible, we will again bring the draft to our ILT team for further input. We also vetted the work with education consultants and experts in the field. Our current state of this curriculum initiative, which was and is to continue to develop the unit plan template and make it accessible to all, is still in the revision phase. Our next step is to agree on a draft to be published on an electronic platform. Our district uses a software program called eDoctrina as this electronic format. Within that structure, lesson plans, resources, and assessments can be linked to specific units of study. Our instructional leadership team will participate in an organized, turnkey process of our unit plan template, and they will serve to also vet the process of linking lesson plans and resources to our units.